Hi, welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel. Have we got... We have sound. Great, brilliant. That's why this was in, so I could see if everything was working. It is fantastic. Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel. And in today's episode, I am going to be explaining a few things, mainly where I've been, or sort of where I've been, doing a bit of a roundup of e-commerce stuff, and then talking about 2019 and all the stuff that goes along with that, really. So yeah, that's today's episode. I was going to do it, I was going to record it and try and do it much more professionally, you know, with editing and stuff, but I don't really have the time or the inclination to get involved with that. So we're doing it live. So what you see is what you get. Any screw-ups get left in. The chat box is over on the right-hand side. Feel free to get involved, ask any questions, give me abuse in whatever way, shape, or form you feel like. Yeah, that's over there on the right-hand side. So knock yourself out. Okay, first let's kick things off with worky stuff. Yeah, apologies, it's been a while. I just checked then, let you into a YouTube secret. I basically copy a large part of the description from every video, from every old video. So I had my last video up to do most of the description. 21st of September was the last time you heard from me. So yeah, apologies for that. It's been about 3 months nearly. Yeah, so again, my bad. Stuff's been going on here, and I've generally not really felt like recording much. Yeah, so anyway, let's have a look at e-commerce-y things. What's really been going on since September? The honest answer is not much. Q4 is usually pretty quiet in e-commerce because obviously we have the run-up to Black Friday, we have Singles Day, then we have Christmas, and a lot of the big companies, a lot of the exciting newsy stuff that goes on, they hold back until the new year. So what's really been that exciting? Not much off the top of my head. Singles Day, which is the 11th of November, and a big deal for Alibaba and all them companies out in the Far East. They had their biggest Singles Day event ever, which was, you know, great news for those guys. Doesn't really affect us over here in the West. I keep thinking that Singles Day is gonna come over this way the more Alibaba gets involved with some European companies, and we're just not seeing it for whatever reason. So whether it ever does or not, I don't know. Whether we'll buy into it, I don't know. But yeah, so they had a huge thing. I think 27 billion was a number that I saw that got transacted on one day out on Singles Day in China. And then we had obviously Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and all that sort of stuff. Again, as far as I know, Amazon was saying that they'd broken records with that sort of stuff. I mean, I'm sure they would do naturally, but it's a sneaky little tactic that Amazon seem to use. They keep extending Black Friday by a couple of days here and there. So, you know, about 5 years ago, it was just Black Friday. And then about 3 or 4 years ago, it was like Black Friday week. And then this year, it was like Black Friday 10 days or nearly 2 weeks, I think it was. So they keep dragging on this Black Friday period. And by doing that, obviously, if they're counting the numbers over that period instead of on the one day, I don't know how it works. But yeah, it just feels like Black Friday goes on a lot longer than it used to, which is interesting because also other big stores get involved with that. You know, we see lots of PC World, Currys, they were doing a big, and Carphone Warehouse, they were doing a big Black Friday, Black Tag event for at least a week of Black Friday. Who else? Debenhams, they did it last year. They did a week-long sales period as well. John Lewis, I think John Lewis did as well. So again, all of these big retail stores are getting involved in Black Friday. So it's interesting. Again, from what I saw, High Street didn't really do too well, which is interesting because, again, Black Friday it's an American thing, and that's traditionally what it's known for, is like the door-busting sales, I believe they call them. People queue up. We've all seen the videos. They queue up at 6 o'clock in the morning, smash through the doors, hit each over the head with 50-inch plasmas and be like, woohoo, you know, I got this $100 cheaper than yesterday. This is after the day where they've supposedly been really thankful for everything that they've got. the irony is not not lost. James, thank you for joining. I'm not doing too bad, sir. I'm not doing too bad. We'll come on to more of that stuff in a little bit once we got this e-commerce stuff out of the way. But yeah, thank you for joining. It's yeah, it's a bit late. I didn't expect anyone to be joining me live. There's 5 people right now, so welcome. Thank you. Christmas TV must be really that shit that you're resorting to listening to me. But I appreciate you all the same. So yeah, e-commerce stuff. High street didn't really do too well. Online took over, which sort of does that make the case that Cyber Monday isn't really necessary anymore, because if everyone's going to be doing online shopping on the Black Friday anyway, who knows? It's just going to become this crazy. I just see it's like Christmas is going to start around the week before Black Friday and then run all the way through. But yeah, I've spoken to a few sellers who are involved and saying that, you know, sales are definitely on the up. They had a great Black Friday, Cyber Monday. A few people that I know got involved with Amazon's lightning deals and all that sort of stuff. So nice one. Amazon, the continued domination of Amazon is still very much a thing. It's still very much prevalent, and I don't see that slowing down in 2019 at all. Any more e-commerce? Not really. There's not, like I said, it's not a great time for news really in e-commerce, because everybody's busy selling and making sure that they meet demand for obviously the peak buying season. So e-commerce stuff, there's Singles Day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the usual stuff. I was going to do videos on them. I've done Black Friday to death on this channel, as I have done Cyber Monday, and I was actually going to talk about Singles Day, and I had a video planned, and then just never got around to it. So maybe next year, we'll see. We'll see. Next up, Merry Christmas. Yeah, this is going to be my last video of this year of 2018. So this is the perfect time for me to, you know, firstly thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it, all the attention that you've given me over this year. You know, the channel is, I think currently we're nearly 1,000. I think 920-ish or so, which is great. You know, I never envisaged it would ever get that to that level, and who knows, we may have passed it. I'm sure we would have passed it much sooner if I'd have carried on with the daily YouTube grind. But yeah, I had other stuff to do, stuff that actually paid me money. So yeah, but I still enjoy this. I still enjoy talking to you guys and all that sort of stuff. It feels nice to be back in front of the camera, talking live on the spot where I can. Yeah, there's like I like the chaos of live. But yeah, so anyway, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a fantastic year, and I hope you've had a great Christmas. If you're an e-commerce guy, if you're into online business, I hope that's been a successful one for you. And I also wish you a happy new year, whatever it is that you are getting up to. I'm hoping I'm still live. I've got the live version. Oh yeah, it's fine. I have the live version up on the other screen so I can see what's going on. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you have a fantastic new year, whatever it is that you get up to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, Merry Christmas, New Year stuff, and happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Ramadan, you know, Diwali. In case I don't see you, need to get all these in. Yeah, just assume that I've wished you a happy non-denominational holiday, whatever, you know, whichever, you know, just fill in the blank with whichever one fits your needs. Next up, channel update. It's a great question. I'm not sure what to do with this channel is the brutal honest answer at this point. I feel I don't want to run into the risk of repeating myself with certain things. You know, that's why there's 300 odd videos in the library that people can search and find and you know, go and look back. I don't want to become repetitive in my content. I don't really have the time or inclination to vlog. If I had a cameraman, yeah, that's great. If I had a camera, I sort of have an editor that I can use, but I just, you know, and to be honest, my day-to-day life is really not that interesting, so that wouldn't be great content either. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is for this channel right now. Whether it is just like every time something interested in e-commerce or entrepreneurship sort of happens, to let you guys know. To give you a heads up, I'm Richard, who I run eSeller Cafe with. Again, eSeller Cafe is a great place to be. Rather than relying on me for your e-commerce news, go to esellercafe.com, because we update that every single time there's anything worth knowing going on in the world of e-commerce. So if you aren't already, you can head over there, subscribe. Subscribers into the mailing list, and we'll email you every once a week, not spammy, with all the latest goings on. So obviously, but where I'm going with that is, obviously, Richard, my business partner with eSeller Cafe, he's been on the channel a few times. He's been in e-commerce longer than I have. Very knowledgeable guy. And I'm actually seeing Richard in January. I'm over in America, and we're going to Daytona, which I'm really excited about. And I might vlog that, because that's going to be kind of cool if I'm allowed to. We'll see. I mean, they can't stop me having my phone with me, so, you know, who knows? But yeah, so there might be a very random vlog in January, February when that happens. But yeah, as for the rest of what you want, what to do with this channel, I honestly don't know right now. I'm at a bit of a loss. So with that said, if you're watching this and there's something that if you have an idea of what you want me to do, or an angle that you want me to take, or even just content ideas that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section down below, or in the live chat if you're watching live. I always have gotten back to every comment that's left on this on any of the videos, because I get the notifications. So because I'm not some crazy big deal thing, so it's very easy for me to manage right now. In fact, someone gave me abuse on a video 2 days ago, and I replied to him very nicely. So yeah, you've not made it until you've got haters, right? So I guess that's doing well. Yes, Mum, I'm getting hate on the internet. I've made it. James, travel the country talking to business owners. Ooh, I like that. Travel the world talking to business owners. Because that's again, 2019, I do see myself traveling a little bit more. I mean, I traveled a bit anyway, but we'll see. We'll see. But that's a good idea. I'm going to make a note of that in my trusty little black and red notebook. So yeah, James, thank you for that. Yeah, I could see that working. I could see that, because obviously me sat in front of a screen all the time is pretty boring. So travel, talk to, can't even spell travel, talk to. It's like interviewing, yeah. Talk to business owners. How would you see it? Are you more interested in the business owner? Are you more interested in if they're an e-commerce guy, their setup, their processes? I mean, some guys might be quite protective of that, but good idea. There's a few different angles with that, and I like talking to people, and yeah, could work. We'll see. Thank you for that, James. Appreciate it. In fact, I might just come down and see you, because you're not a million miles away. On my way to go and see our favourite bald-headed Bristolian, perhaps. So with that said, set up some processes. Yeah, no, I think that could be cool. And again, you've got a great story to tell with your sort of movement into building the website and bricks and mortar to online. I think that'd be quite a cool one. So yeah, we can look into doing some cool stuff for content. Like I said, I'm not getting rid of the channel. I just don't know what to do with it, really. So all suggestions are welcome. Yeah, so 2019, like I said, probably will be traveling a little bit more. Well, we'll be traveling a little bit more. And I guess again, we'll talk about the other stuff. The reason why, and I'm not going to get too deep into this. The reason why I've not really been around too much for the past few months, and even most this year, there's not really been loads and loads of videos, is that I have been dealing with my own sort of mental health, depression, anxiety battle for a good few months. Like I said, not just the 3 months where I've not been uploading, but probably since about May. And there's numerous, you know, reasons as to why that's happened. I'm not on medication. It's nothing that serious. I have been to counseling. which has definitely helped try and unfuck my mind in a way as to what's been going on. But yeah, I mean, that's generally the reason why certainly why I've been quiet over the last 3 months. There's been some big sort of life changes going on over that time, which are still very, very raw, very sort of fresh. And yeah, I mean, this is me being honest and being brutally so with you, is that over these past few months, I've really not wanted to sit in front of a camera and talk to people. James will know, and quite a few others will know who watch this, as part of my job. Every week I do a webinar live on YouTube, and some days it's been very hard to do that, to sit in front of a camera and talk about work stuff. So I mean, that's why I've not been here. That's why I've not been around. Yeah, I do apologize for that, for anyone who's, like I said, I'm under no illusion that you've handled it just fine. It's me missing you, not the other way around. But still, it's it's been a tough year, 2018, mentally for me. And yeah, I'm hoping 2019 is better. So and James has just said in the chat that in itself is valuable to share your journey with that, as hard as it may be. It's funny you say that, James, because I've had exactly the same thought. And I don't know yet how I'm going to do that. I know I am going to do that. I know I am going to share that journey and my story and my experiences with that. I'm not sure how. I can't do it on this channel because there's a lot of people here who came for e-commerce and entrepreneurship who could not care less about mental health and depression and everything else. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that is not what they've signed up for. That'd be like turning on football on TV and all of a sudden gardening programs turned up. You know, it's not what you said came for. I get it. So I'm not going to do that. Whether it's a totally separate YouTube channel and literally start again from scratch, which, I mean, the thought of that scares me in a way. Not scares me because, again, it's not about the numbers, but it kind of is. So not through vanity metrics, but purely in terms of audience and being able to reach people. And I know it would be very easy to try and, oh yeah, I've got nearly 1,000 subscribers on this channel. That's great. But it's not right. So I think it would have to be starting from scratch. Which is still like, you know, I did that once before, nearly 3 years ago, I think. Was it 3 years or 2 or 3 years ago? And it was hard, very hard slog. But I know that's what I have to do. I have to tell this story because, again, going slightly personal with this, I read something the other day which pretty much summed it up, and it was, what you reveal is what you heal. And that's been very true. So I've been in a typical man way for the best part of this year. I've been trying to bottle up how I've been feeling and the stuff that I've been going on in my head, and your brain convinces you that nobody cares about it. And you know, it's a dark place. It's a dark place. And that's, that's something which I've, you know, through therapy and counseling, that's helped me come to terms with sharing that story and ultimately being vulnerable. Which is I used to think that was a weakness, but actually now I think being vulnerable is perhaps one of the biggest strengths that you can have. So that's why I feel that I definitely need to share this journey. I definitely need to do something with mental health, and maybe that, whether it's through an angle of through business owners, entrepreneurs, whatever, just men in general, I don't know. But since this has happened over the past few weeks, I've opened up to at least 4 of my friends, like in my real life, in my personal life. And I've opened up to them and told them how I was feeling. And all of them said exactly the same thing. Why didn't you feel that you could talk to me? I was always here, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as I opened up to them, they opened up right back. And 4 out of the 4 were all dealing with their own mental shit. They're all dealing with their own mental problems and doing their best to bottle it up inside. And that's a problem, guys. That's a fucking problem. That's a big problem, because men don't seem to know how to talk to each other about this. Whether this is because the whole man up thing that went around a few years ago and this whole macho man image, I don't know. But it can't continue. So if that means that if by me sharing first, if by me telling my story first can help other people open up and be vulnerable and put themselves out there, then that's what I'll do. Now, like I said, right now I have a Google Doc open on my laptop with ideas of how this, just me basically brain dumping like video ideas, you know, things that I can do, and I don't know how it looks just yet. I recorded like a pilot introduction to that channel yesterday just to see if I could get it out in any coherent manner. It was okay. It wasn't perfect. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I don't, like I said, right now, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know. I don't know if you'll ever even see it. I'm sure you'll see something, but whether you won't see it on this channel, I might mention it on this channel for anyone who is interested, because I do know there's a lot of men out there who need to talk about this stuff. Like, even when I did a video on, I've done a few videos on this channel about depression and mental health awareness and stuff like that. And off the back of them, I always get people emailing me or messaging me on Facebook or direct messaging me on Instagram, reaching out for help. And I should have maybe taken notice back then. But now I think that's, after now that I feel that I have some sort of experience with going through this is what I have to talk about. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. And that's what I'm thinking right now. Like I said, 2019, the Manc Entrepreneur channel isn't going anywhere. It just might not be as frequently uploaded as it once was. Obviously, back in the day, it was daily. But I will obviously keep you updated with stuff. I may look at doing James's, well, I will look at it, of traveling around the country and talking to business owners if I can get enough people involved with doing that. Like I said, I know quite a few e-commerce businesses, so I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to go and see people. Yeah, Merry Christmas and New Year stuff and all that good stuff. And then yeah, the reason why I've not really been around much. Yeah, and who knows what 2019 is going to have in store. But I have every faith it's going to be better than 2018, hopefully. So with that said, James, thank you so much for your ideas and getting involved. And for everyone else who's joined in live, I appreciate it so much. For anyone who didn't catch me live, any thoughts, comments, questions in the comment section down below. Click show more. I'll scroll down. Whilst you're there, click like and subscribe. And yeah, there's nothing else for me to say other than have a fantastic Christmas and New Year period. I'll be back in January. And yeah, have a good one. Thank you, as always, for your continued attention. I value that more than you'll know. So have a good one, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Look after yourselves.